everybody, welcome back to my channel. Chloe here, and we'll be checking out another episode of Camp Buddy Scoutmaster season. Last episode, Aiden basically got offered culinary classes from Mr. Claremont, who was really impressed with his cooking skills. I'm not sure if Aiden is going to do it. He seems really nervous about it, but we'll see.
You really impressed Mr. Claremont with your cooking.
Oh, full voice acting.
I didn't expect he would dig it that much.
I'd say I'm not surprised, but you caught me off guard as well. I thought we were just having a regular dinner, but you came out there with that really fancy dish.
I'm really glad you all liked it. I wasn't sure if it's just because of the presentation or something.
Our plates were almost licked clean. I think that speaks for itself.
I guess it was a good idea to take a risk and try something new, huh?
Yeah, definitely. It really looked crazy fancy, just like the stuff at the hotel.
Whew. I'm just happy I pulled it off. I was trying so hard to remember how it looked.
I was wondering, though, what made you decide to do that all of a sudden?
His laugh is very cute. I'm sorry.
Well, at first, I thought I'd make something extra special for Mr. Claremont on his last day. He's done a lot for us in the camp, after all. But if I'm going to be honest, ever since that whole fiasco back at the hotel, I've been wanting to try some new things. I thought there's no time like the present to pick up some skills.
Oh, I see. I hope you're not stressing yourself out, though.
Not at all.
Don't psych him out, Yoshi. Shut the hell up.
At my own pace and,
Hi, Coconut.
having fun with it. And I'll let you in on a little secret. That dish I made was actually my dad's specialty. I just fancied it up on the plate a little and added my own twist.
Oh, wow.
I never tried making it before because I knew I couldn't cook it the same way my dad did, but
Coco.
I'd say it was pretty close.
You know, I've always
Cookie.
wondered, how did you and Mr. Andre get so good at cooking?
Oh, yeah.
He's yelling at
I
me.
don't think I told you, but it was actually my dad's dream to become a chef. But things didn't work out for him because he couldn't afford to get a degree even though he was pretty good at it. It was already hard enough trying to raise me, keep a roof over our heads, and put food on the table all by himself.
Coco, come here, baby. Coco, come here. Stop yelling at me in the hallway. Just come here and sit.
But the thing is, I don't see it as all that bad. Even though we never had much, Dad always made things work. I never felt like I was missing out on anything growing up. Dad always made sure to cook something special for me after coming home from work. I was always so amazed at how he could turn the simplest and cheapest stuff into something amazing, so I got interested in it too. Eventually, I started doing it for Dad, because I know how tired he always was from
Come on,
work.
Coco.
After that, it became something we'd
That's
always
so
bond over.
sweet.
He started calling me his little chef, and we always cook and eat together.
Yes, you are. You are very talkative, and I can hear every word you say. That's why you should come sit with Mama. No, Coco. Okay.
No matter how difficult our life was, Dad would always smile whenever I made something for him. He's the reason why I always try to look on the bright side and cherish what I have.
Aiden.
Why does Yoshinori say that with disappointment?
And I guess you know the rest, since after that, we got to Camp Buddy.
Yeah, it's amazing how far you've come since then, Aiden.
I do kind of wish my old man was still here to see all this. If he heard about me having an opportunity to become a pro chef, oh, he'd be over
His
the moon.
dad is dead?
I'm sure he'd be so proud of you right now.
Or...
Yeah. I never thought I'd get a real shot to chase after
It's
something
kind of
I felt
unclear.
was never meant for me.
You already had everything you needed to succeed from the start. You're talented and hardworking, so now all you have to do is take that next step.
Oh, Yoshi. All right, I've made up my mind. I'm going for it.
We're helping him live his best life.
I thought I'd need a lot longer to think about it. Because as thrilled as I was to hear about the offer, I felt it was too good to be true. But now, knowing that there's nothing to lose and everything to gain, I can finally make a choice for myself.
I'm glad you see it that way.
I'm really glad I talked to you about it. Thanks for always believing in me, Yoshi.
I'll always be here for you, Aiden.
That's sweet. But what is going to happen? I literally have no idea how long this game is. Why does it keep saying day 83?
Good morning. Sheesh. Huh?
Yes.
Some urgent business to take care of at the city hall and I'm already running late.
What's up?
Bring them over to the it's a report from Jin about the technical progress.
Thanks.
Be careful.
Goodbye.
Nah.
Well,
Good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways. Sure.
Why does it said day 83 for like the past few days? Is this broken?
Sheesh.
How can I even tell which stack of paper? I mean,
All right. Serious?
might as well what?
Oh.
Had to do a few chores along the way.
Anyways. What?
Forgot to put your apron on. Oh. Duh. He's fully clothed.
so. Oh,
Nah.
come on.
Let me help. Oh. I mean.
I got this author yesterday. Maybe I got myself way too hyped up about it in the moment. I don't want to rush to the decision. It could be a huge change for me and you, after all. Do you think it'll help if we ask others about it so that it's not just my opinion? I don't know about that. I already broke a nail doing the laundry. Can I take a break from all these menial jobs? These jobs aren't menial. You're going to work your ass off until you see how essential these tasks are, since it's the same job. You were bad nothing back then. Fine, I get it. See, you're getting the hang of it. Oh, hey there, you two. Good morning. Hello, Yoshi and Aiden. Hi, Mr. Kiwi. You're just not in an apron today. What's the occasion? It's been pretty cold lately. I don't understand how you got away with being naked in the kitchen all those other times. I'm pretty sure that's a sanitary code violation. That's what I've been saying. Amelia and I are on the same wavelength. So, I want to make sure the food is clean and tasty. It's okay, Amelia. We were approved by the Health Inspection Culinary Collective Association. Did you just make that up? Of course not. That's a legitimate food safety community. How did you manage to pull that approval off with Aiden over here running around the camp? Did you hide him in the closet? I wear clothes during inspections. You're not the only one who knows how to get clever with screening applications, Amelia. God, what brings you two here anyway? Oh, Amelia and I were grabbing supplies to clean the mess hall thoroughly before the workers arrived. Wow. Amelia, you're actually taking stuff off my list. It's not like I have a choice. I'd much rather a desk job than this. I heard from Dad that someone got quite the job offer. Is it true? Are you really going to be a pro chef now, Aiden? Actually, Aiden still hasn't made up his mind about it. I'm appalled to hear that you even consider turning it down. An opportunity as big as this is once in a lifetime. With someone of Mr. Claremont's caliber, he'd really put your name out there. Oh my god, Aiden, don't forget it's when you're famous. And that's not even mentioning the money. You'd be pulling in almost 5 figures a month with the clientele you refers. Guess that is a lot of cash. I remember my bank account had 100,000 just as petty cash. After losing all of that and having to live life so frugally, you really get to see what a difference it makes. I'm not trying to be callous here, and I'm sure we all know, but Aiden has never really gotten to experience financial freedom. Now that you have the chance to change that, the decision here seems so obvious. I'm a go-getter, so if I were in your shoes, I'd fight for that position. There's a lot to consider besides just the money, after all. It's a job. It's always about the money. Amelia, not everything is about that. Sometimes it's about your passion and what makes you happy in the long run. You wouldn't want to work in a job that pays you well but makes you depressed and upset the whole time, would you? Either way, I understand Aiden. I know he isn't used to that kind of environment, so it makes sense if he needs more time to decide. You're wasting time if you ask me. If you don't want it, teach me how to cook and I'll gladly take your spot. Oh, please. You'd manage to burn cereal if we let you in the kitchen. Don't listen to Amelia, Aiden. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Now, if you'll excuse us, I'm gonna take this go-getter and get her started mopping.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let go of me. Are you alright? Yeah, what Amelia and Yuri said just got me thinking. Take it with a grain of salt, Aiden. I'm sure they're just sharing their opinions based on their experiences. Kiwi, you're fine. It's an hour out till dinner, so they always lose it. They're losing their minds. Oh, right, the guys will probably be up soon. I'll go ahead and preheat the oven. As I worked with Aiden, he stayed quiet and lost in his thoughts the entire time. It's just like back at the hotel. He keeps trying to change the topic and act as if everything is fine. Shortly after we finished cooking, we headed over to the construction site to bring everyone lunch and see what else we could do.
Dumbass.
What?
Okay, everybody's working.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh! Hey, Yoichi!
Yeah!
Guys!
Take a little break. We brought lunch.
Order up gin. Gin.
Good thing.
I'm the best.
So they're all working.
Yeah. What did you... But shit. Whoops. Sorry. Fine. Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, I know. Actually...
So everybody's weighing in.
Actually,
He already kind of is. It's not official without the title. What do you mean?
Whoa. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
actually,
Why?
I feel like I'm really flubbing this.
Not really.
Yeah. Well...
I'm really flubbing this. I feel like I'm gonna get dumped. Why do I feel like I'm gonna get dumped?
I know you can.
Uh,
Yeah.
Aiden.
Well,
Hey. Oh. Shut up. Yoichi. Yeah.
Aiden?
Oh.
actually,
Huh? Dumbass.
excuse me.
uh-oh. Aiden's really anxious.
Hey, Aiden.
I'm saving.
Are you all right? You've been acting off for a while now.
what? Am I?
Yeah, I mean, you were just trying to
Yeah.
avoid the conversation. Look, I know you're getting frustrated today with all the talk about the offer, especially when you're still thinking about it, but... You don't have to bottle up what you're feeling and deal with it on your own.
I really don't know if I should take it or not, Yoshi.
What's with the change of heart? I thought you were already sure. You were even so excited last night. Especially when you were talking about your dad.
Yeah, I know.
Are you worried it'd be difficult to adjust and learn the new skills? Or is it about the environment, like back at the hotel? If you want, we can call Mr. Claremont right now and it'll help clear your doubts. Without knowing the details, it's no wonder you're feeling anxious and hesitant. So let's fix that.
No, it's not that. I just...
I understand you're feeling pressured about the whole thing, but I promise that you'll be fine. I'm here to help you.
Can we stop talking about the damn offer for 1 minute?
I'm sorry.
God, everyone's been bringing it up non-stop, all day long. It's driving me insane.
Oh no.
I already told you I need more time to think about it.
Okay,
I
Jesus.
can't think straight with all of you being so damn persistent.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Aiden. I didn't mean to be.
I know what that's like. I know what that's like. I knew that they were talking about it way too much.
I'm just really confused with what changed all of a sudden.
It's because I already called Mr. Clement.
What? When?
When I went to the office this morning, I told him I was interested in the whole thing, and then he told me the details.
What did he say?
To get the certification I need, I have to enroll in the training course for it. He's gonna sponsor everything, from my accommodations to the actual scholarships.
Oh, then that's good news, isn't it?
Catch is, it'd take at least 2 years.
No.
Normal, though. It takes time to hone your craft. It's what I went through to get my degree.
Exactly. Just like what you had to do, I'd have to leave too. And go abroad. That means I won't
No.
get to come back here till I finish the whole thing.
Kiwi, this is devastating information.
Who knows? Once I get the title and all, I'd have to work elsewhere too.
But that's the whole point, right? It would be a waste if you worked that hard and only end up back at Camp Buddy. If that's what it takes to finally pursue your lifelong dream, I'm sure it'd be worth
He's
it.
wondering if that's even his dream anymore.
I'm turning it down.
What?
I don't want to leave.
Wait, I don't understand. Why?
I'd rather stay here.
You guys just started dating Yoshi. Shouldn't you be more concerned?
Aiden, it's not like we'd never see each other again. Remember when I left to study? We made a promise that night on the rooftop that I'd come back, And I did. This is basically the same
But
thing.
that's
it's your
a
turn
lot.
instead.
And he's in his, like, mid to late 20s? Like...
And besides, I'm sure I can find a way to see you every once in a while, and you...
It's not gonna be the same.
Look, what I'm saying is there's a way we can solve what you're worried about and achieve your dreams at the same time. A middle ground. Don't let me be the reason you stop reaching for your dream.
Yoshi. The more you corner me like
I'm
this,
sorry! I'm fucking up so bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not forcing you.
But I'm not forcing you, Aiden. I'm just trying to...
this just proves you don't understand what I had
Oh
to
my
go
god.
through.
Oh my god.
Why are you even pushing this so hard?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. I thought I was being supportive. And now you're just yelling at me.
I thought you told me that I was already good enough.
You are.
I didn't need to be more than what I am today.
I'm... Kiwi, help.
Aiden, that's not what I meant. I just thought the time we'd be apart would be worth it for...
That's easy for you to say, Yoshi. You're the one who left me in the past. So how would you know anyway?
I'm sorry. You're yelling at me. I'm crying. I feel like I failed Aiden. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh god. Oh damn. Oh my god.
Aiden.
Where are you?
Yoshinori,
Sir Goro.
what's the matter?
Just got back. Are you alright?
Sorry.
I was just looking for Aiden. He ran off and I can't find him. What happened? Had an argument a while ago when he left before we could properly resolve it. You two almost never argue. Mind if I ask what it is about? Aiden was worried about the offer from Mr. Claremont and everyone tried to give advice when they found out. It only made him more anxious, so I tried to motivate him to accept it. But he ultimately decided not to take it just because he'd be separated from Camp Buddy and me. I wanted him to realize that he can finally achieve the dream that he wanted for so long. And that he shouldn't turn it down just because he's afraid of the future. But the way I handled it only made things worse. It just doesn't make sense why he'd give up like that. I've been with him long enough to know that he's the kind of person who always perseveres no matter what. So why did something like this make him crumble? Aiden must have a reason that stems from something much deeper, Yoshinori. He was pretty obvious about it. He was like, it was really hard for me to be separated from you when you went to school. And now you're saying that you want me to separate from you for 2 years after they just got together. I get it. I would be feeling a little bit rejected. I would be feeling like, wow, it took you this long to ask me out. And then when I get this offer that means that I'd be gone for 2 years, you're very, very chill about it. I don't know if I would interpret that as entirely being supportive. I think that would feed into my own doubt. So I guess I get it, but I just don't want him to yell at me. He's very scary when he's angry. I must be afraid of being alone again. After all, we know what happened with his father. Yes, sir. None of us were with Aiden when Andre passed. I'm sure you can imagine how difficult that must have been to handle on his own. Oh, Jesus, that is rough.
So,
As much as we wish we could have been there for him, we were all in our separate paths after the first term. After you left for your studies, Aiden and Andre had to leave too. I didn't know that. I thought all along that Aiden stayed at Camp Buddy until his dad passed away. Aiden kept that from you then. I don't have any right to talk about his personal life to others, but I think it would help you understand better if you knew how things
as the
happened.
term was over, Andre began struggling with the work around camp due to an illness. I knew about his health from when he applied to the camp, but he wanted to keep it hidden from everyone. It didn't affect his ability to work at first, but eventually, he needed medical treatment. He didn't have enough money to afford all the expenses, so I insisted on contributing to help him. His condition continued to worsen until he could no longer work at the camp, and Aiden focused on both caring for him and taking over his job. Even though I offered for them to continue staying at the camp and helping with their bills, Andre ultimately decided it was best for he and Aiden to no longer continue to burden the camp. So they left. I'll never forget the gratitude in his smile and the hopefulness in his face. So I respected his decision let them go. That was the last time I heard from him.
I didn't know.
Can't believe I didn't know about this. How were they able to find work or a place to stay after they left with Andre being sick? I'm not sure. All we know is how things ended up. But the reason I'm telling you this is to give you a different perspective on why Aiden might have made the decision that he did. Knowing how much Aiden endured in his past will help you understand his actions today.
That's right.
Aiden's happiness is what matters most. I'm going to do whatever it takes for him. Now go find Aiden, Yoshinori. I'm sure he's waiting for you. I am gonna cry. I think I fucked this up. I think I broke my little man's heart. I think it's the end for us. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Please don't yell at me.
What should I do?
There you are.
Yoshi.
I thought I'd find you here.
Yeah, I was just getting some air.
Mind if I come up there?
Sure.
Where are we at? Okay, it's fine. Whatever.
Are you sure you want to stay up here with me? It's pretty cold.
I'll be alright. But what about you?
I'm fine. Today's not as cold as yesterday.
That's good. Hey, Aiden, I'm sorry about being so persistent earlier. I was so focused on trying to encourage you about the offer, even though I knew it was bothering you.
It's okay, Yoshi. I knew you and everyone else were only trying to help. I'm really sorry for the way I lashed out, too. I didn't mean to walk out on you like that. I just panicked, because I didn't want to say anything worse.
It's not your fault, Aiden. I was being insensitive to your feelings, after all.
If I had only told you sooner that I wasn't going to accept the offer, we wouldn't have argued. Even though I felt strongly about my choice, I couldn't admit to you that I was letting it go like that, especially after seeing how excited you were for me. I didn't want to let you down.
I understand. But still, I was blinded by the opportunity, thinking it was best for you, regardless of the cost. Now I realize that I wasn't even considering the reason you had for making that decision.
I know this is going to sound unreasonable, but as soon as I heard I'd be separated from you again, it just wasn't worth it anymore. I don't want to be alone again.
I understand, Aiden. I was stupid to not have realized that. You know, when we got separated, I lost touch with you completely.
Yeah, because you're tool Yoshinori. This game is literally like why Yoshinori seems nice, but he's actually kind of a douchebag. Like,
Being far
swear to
away
God.
doesn't excuse the fact that I didn't put in the effort to
I
try
swear to
and
God,
make
Coconut. That's right.
I was
That's
wrapped up in
right.
my own goals and just expected things to be the same when I came back.
But I was the same, Yoshi.
He's
We
yelling at
had
me.
to go through our own lives, so I never blamed you for that. In my head, I couldn't reach out to you until I had something to show for myself.
Even still, if I had only tried, then I would have known about what you had to go through. It wasn't even until today that I found out you and your dad had to leave Camp Buddy after the first term.
How did you know
I know,
that?
Sweet Pea. Come here.
From Sir Goro. I understand why you kept that from me, though. It was a difficult time for you. I can't even comprehend how much you both had to go through in the last few years. I'm sorry. I knew you were trying your best to lock those memories away.
I didn't think I could keep a secret like that forever either. I'll admit that times were tough back then. As soon as we left Camp Buddy, Dad and I had to fend for ourselves again. He kept trying to push himself to work despite being sick. He worked twice as hard, wanting to make sure that we didn't end up in the life we had before.
Here, sweet baby. Coco, just come sit with me. I'll hold you. Okay.
But it only made his health worse. He still wasn't making enough to afford his medication. Just like he'd given up on his dream before. He was going to give himself up for me. And I couldn't let that happen. After everything I learned at Camp Buddy and the way you believed in me, I wanted to prove how capable I could be. So, I asked Dad to let me take over. I I went out there and got all sorts of jobs to make enough money for the both of us. And to afford Dad's medication. I'd come back from a long day of work and still find the time to take care of Dad. And he'd always try to show me that he was happy. He never forgot to tell me how proud he was of me. And I was too. As difficult as our life was, the struggles felt worth it.
That's one thing that never changed about Mr. Andre.
Yeah. Dad's always been my role model. He always managed to turn something bad around. And found a reason to appreciate the littlest things, despite his illness. His condition was bound to get worse over time, so... as the years went by, the smile on Dad's face began to fade away.
Oh no, we're not getting a death flashback, Art. No, God, we're doing a death flashback.
I had to work overtime again. I got stuck in a traffic jam, too.
Welcome back, son.
Jeez. I feel bad. It's almost midnight and you haven't eaten yet. Anyway, let me just heat this up so you can take your meds and...
Aiden, wait.
What's the matter, Dad? Not feeling great tonight?
No. It's not that. It's just... I've been thinking.
About what?
It's been over 5 years.
5 years? Okay, so he's like 17? No. 20?
You'll get better, Dad.
I'm unclear as to how
If you
young
just
they
keep doing
are.
the treatments, there's a chance you'll recover.
Aiden, the doctors have already told us there's no cure. And I'll always have to be hooked up like this.
What are you trying to say, Dad?
Even though the pain's been around for so long, it just hurts. It hurts to see you wasting your life on me like this with every passing day. You still have a future ahead of you. And I'm near the end of the road.
Don't say that, Dad. I'm your son, and I'm gonna take care of you no matter what.
I know that, Aiden. But I'm your father. And I'm the one you're supposed to rely on. Instead, I'm burdening you like this. Because I couldn't take care of my own health.
What? That's not true, Dad. You wouldn't have gotten sick if you didn't work so hard to take care of me.
But even with all that, I was never able to give you the life you deserved. All we were doing was just surviving.
Well then, sir, you shouldn't have left the camp. I don't know what to tell you, my guy. I feel bad for you and I get it, but like, I'm like, sir, you left the camp. Gore would have let you stay there, but you left the camp, thereby kind of putting your son in this position. Because at a certain point you became a little bit too prideful to accept help. So, like, I know that he doesn't want to be a burden on other people, but when you have a chronic illness, like, you do have to rely on other people in order to, like, function and survive. And by eliminating your support system, you're not doing yourself any favors. And you might be making those closest to you and putting them in a tougher position, because I do feel bad. I feel it's a bad situation all around, but yeah.
It was there that I saw you begin to have friends.
And then I took that away from you. Like,
and hope for the future. And yet, I dragged you away from it. Because I didn't want us to be so helpless. Always relying on others. And I really thought I could make it work. And give that kind of life to you myself. But here I am. It was selfish.
it was.
I truly regret it.
I'm sure you do. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Aiden. My son.
Dad, it's not your fault. And I'm still here. So, please, don't give up.
I'm not giving up, Aiden. But I need you to understand that I have to let go.
What?
Jesus, that's dark.
I want you to have your own life.
but to do the things you like. Be with people you love. And find what truly makes you happy.
This is really sad that Aiden went through all this all alone.
And you'll always be my son. So don't be afraid.
Dad. No. Please. Stop.
I'm very, very tired, Aiden. Despite all my shortcomings and the mistakes I've made. You're the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's really sweet.
So please, grant me this last wish. Let's go home. We'll cook our favorite dish. Eat together like a family. Like we used to, Aiden.
That's really sad. That's really hard to go through alone without a support system.
So, we did. And when Dad's smile finally came back, we spent as much time together as we could. Doing things we loved, up until his final moments. And when it finally happened, I thought I was going to be fine, but I wasn't. For a long time, I was in a really dark place, where everything felt meaningless. I started hating myself for letting Dad go, for being the reason he had to suffer his whole life. The only thing I could think about.
You did not ask to exist,
everything
babe.
happened because of how useless I was, and how I had no place in the world. For a while, I did the exact thing my dad feared. I wasted away. But then, I remembered the promise we made to each other. When I thought I had lost everything, it was the one thing that gave me hope. I promised you that I'd make something out of myself. And that was what Dad would have wanted for me too. So, I started picking myself back up. I decided that I'd do whatever it took to be the best version of myself by the time we met again. Now that I'm here, and I have you, it's everything I could have ever asked for. And that's why this time, I'm finally going to fight for what makes me truly happy. And that's to be with you, Yoshi.
Aiden, I finally see now. I hope you can forgive me for not understanding. And for not being there when you needed me the most. I can't let myself focus on...
Yeah, and falling on a touch for several years, you douche nozzle.
You're here now, and there's still so much I can do. I won't ever risk letting us be apart again, because I want you to know that your happiness is all I've ever wanted to. And this time around, I'll make sure to protect your smile forever.
That's sweet. Okay, I did not mess this up. This is my new oath to you. Under the shooting stars, our lips touched with a newfound promise to each other that we'd always be together. Northern Lights. Oh my god. Special effects. What?
Mr. Flynn.
That's truly unfortunate, Mr. Flynn. I had no doubt that you would have been a breakout star in the culinary industry. I understand, Mr. Claremont, but I'm already satisfied with where I am. I know I'll be happy being Camp Buddy's special chef. Well, it looks like you fully made up your mind. I won't try and convince you any further. You can relax and not concern yourself about this anymore, but I would like to express that the offer will stay on the table. Consider an open opportunity should you ever change your mind. I really appreciate your generosity, Mr. Claremont. Thank you for giving me a chance. Of course, until next time. Whew, that happened. You did great, Aiden. You were very professional, and everything you said came from the heart. You didn't need my help talking to Mr. Claremont after all. Yeah, usually talking about serious stuff like that over the phone gives me a little bit of anxiety, especially when it's turning down something I tried reaching for in the past. After my dad passed, I was so determined to pursue cooking, knowing it was the one thing I was good at. I went back to working all sorts of jobs to make money and save for a degree. But in my head, I wasn't just following in my dad's footsteps, but also trying to fulfill my end of our promise to be back together. In the middle of that, I finally heard from you, asked me to come back to Camp Buddy. It was only when I got the job here that I found out that you lost your dad, so as soon as I knew that the camp needed help, you were the first person to come to mind. And I'm really glad you decided to accept. Even still, I tried to save face by convincing everyone that I was only coming back to make enough money for college. When deep inside, all I wanted was to be back. I wish I had the courage to ask you exactly how things went down when we were apart. I knew you were trying to move on, so I didn't want to bring it up unless you did. I know it's inexcusable, especially since I'm the one that you would have counted on. Don't blame yourself, Yoshi. I was the one who chose to hide everything from you. You were in your first job as an official Scoutmaster at the time, and considering you were left in charge of the entire camp with lots of staff and scouts, I saw how much you were dealing with. I really didn't want to burden you anymore. I was just happy enough to be with you again. Aiden, I'd say your best quality is the way you always hold your head up high and look at things so positively. You sure it's not my jacked bod and charming personality? Of course, I love that about you just as much. But in all seriousness, you never showed anyone a sign of what you had to go through. Not only were you always cheerful, but you were ready to help me and the camp out any way you could. Even when everyone left Camp Buddy after last year's scandal, you were the only one who stuck around. I honestly don't know where I would have ended up if you weren't there for me. So I'm really thankful, Aiden. You're gonna make me tear up, Yoshi. But hey, you've done as much for me, and not just by taking me back and giving me a home again. Working with you these last few years has made me feel useful. It's helped me to move past my pain. And once you guys made me a Scoutmaster, I really felt like I belonged here. I couldn't have asked for anything more, so I just wanted to let that last for as long as I could. And now, with the choice you made, it's gonna last forever. Exactly. I used to believe that I didn't have a choice with what life threw at me, so I just let things happen and felt content as they were. But if there's something I realized from all this, I've always been making decisions for myself. From choosing to stay, try, and pursue a career despite failing, to accepting your offer to return and staying despite everything that happened along the way, I chose something I really want for myself. So thanks for staying by my side and supporting my decision, Yoshi. Of course, Aiden. I'll always be here for you. Finally got all that off my chest. Making the decision gave me some real closure. I'm done being stuck in my ways and just going with the flow, sweeping everything bad thing under the rug and thinking it'll all go my way. For now on, I won't let anything take my happiness away. I'm really proud of you, Aiden. This is what it's like to be cheesy. Can't believe it took me this long to catch it from you, considering how much we're stuck together. Hate to break it to you, but you're just gonna have to deal with me forever. Oh, you're telling me we're gonna be more than just boyfriends now. Can we get married? There you are, you two. Good morning, Sir Goro. Sorry for the delay. Aiden just had to give Mr. Claremont a call. How'd it go? I ended up turning down the offer. I don't think it was the right path for me, Gramps. I had a feeling you'd end up choosing that, Aiden. I was sure you and everybody else would be shocked. Pretty sure what I did just goes against the norm. As long as you're happy, whatever your decision, it'll always be the right choice. I support you regardless, and I think that applies to the rest of us here at Camp Buddy as well. Thanks, Gramps. Either way, I'm glad to see you finally resolving things with each other. We'll need you two more than ever from here on out. You can count on us. Now let's get on with things before this cheese train gets out of control. Workers have just arrived and we're gathering to discuss resuming our expansion project.
Yes.
Okay, so we're back to the grind.
Yes, sir. Phew.
Dope.
That's a relief.
Really?
What? Well,
Huh?
that's right.
All right.
Jin,
Yes, sir.
good job. Furthermore.
So we're still doing...
Gotcha, sir.
All right.
We're just dividing up tasks. I'm not going to bother reading all of that.
Excellent.
All right. We got a whole bunch of people here again, so there's a lot of cooking to do.
Should we clean up the mess hall first, though? It's probably a little dustier than usual.
Sure thing, Yoshi.
Ah, hello, Jin. Hello, you two.
What's up? Do you want some breakfast before work today?
No. I actually want to show you guys something.
Oh my god, what is it?
Remember that vlog I was
Yes.
able to finish it.
Wow, this is really amazing, Jin.
So
It's so
cute.
nostalgic to see ourselves on the website like that.
Yeah. This looks like it took a lot of effort to do.
Thanks. Oh, I'm really proud of it. I can't wait to see what people say about it. Yuri was super excited to see her journal digitized, so she could view it anytime she wants. If you guys want to check it out more and explore each page, I'd be happy to give you guys a soft copy.
Wow, you really went all out on this, Jen. I hope it didn't mess with your other work.
Hi, Mr. Kiwi. He's so sleepy.
Not
He's
at
trying
all.
really hard to be
Yoshinori was
patient.
helping me out this whole time, and it's more of a side project I did for fun.
Oh, right. I remember a few times you got me and everybody else to throw a thing or two in there.
I guess in a way, this project helped me get to know you all better. And it made me feel like I was a part of all the amazing memories you share. Working with you guys the last few months, I got to make amazing memories myself with all of you too.
I love you, Jen.
I guess that's another thing that I learned here. How to make friends. I feel bad about being a shut-in
Jin
for
so
so long.
much. I would die for this
Can't help
man.
but feel like I've missed out on a lot. I've gotten so used to having people around me just come and go, and I always found it easier to not deal with anyone but myself. I wish I wasn't such an introvert.
But it's part of who you are, Jin. And besides, you pushed yourself out of your comfort zone knowing you'd have to deal with a lot of people when you signed up to work with us.
That takes a lot of guts, if you ask me.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't think of it as a bad thing. It's just, I've never had a place where I can express who I am and be accepted for the things I thought were bad about myself. And to think, we only have a few months left till the project ends. I'll be losing the closest thing I have to a social circle. Just the thought of leaving Camp Buddy is so dreadful.
No, I totally get you. That's why I turned down Mr. Clermont's offer, too. Being a professional chef would be awesome, but I'm where I'm meant to be.
Yeah, I understand that feeling now.
Then why don't you stay here and work with us? Nobody else is good with computers
Yeah,
like you are.
don't leave them to handle their own devices, literally.
Like, work here? Permanently?
Aiden, you shouldn't pressure Jin with stuff like that. Mr. Claremont pays a lot more than we could, I'm sure.
It's just if he wants to. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
I guess someone would probably need to stay to maintain most of the tech.
And what better person than the one who installed it?
I might think about it.
Oh, I have an idea that would get you to stay. If you stick around, we'll get Yoshi to serve food with me in just an apron every meal. What?
Don't listen to him, Jin. He's just messing with you.
Oh, come on, Yoshi. Aren't we trying to poach Jin here?
Beefcakes every day.
Let's get the food ready before Jin passes out.
So we'll give the Naked Apron show a dry run?
More like that'd make him run dry.
Okay, Yoshi, that was a good one. Okay. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Of course. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have more time to themselves, so they're very happy about that.
I guess. Well, leave it to me. All right.
The best camp buddy to come
Everyone
back to.
proceeded to work for the rest of the winter, continuing where we left off with all the new goals set for us.
I love
Thankfully,
Lloyd.
the weather didn't act up for the rest of the season, letting Lloyd, Darius, and all the workers continuously make progress on the construction. Jin was also able to finish the website and all the necessary tech integrations for the camp. I don't know how we would have been able to pull off all these amazing changes if not for their expertise. Meanwhile, Sir Goro kept the entire project well managed, making sure we stayed on schedule. Thankfully, Yuri was there to assist him, so he wasn't as stressed with all the paperwork as he used to be. Aiden and I kept up our regular maintenance duties, but this time around we had Amelia doing most of the other chores like cleaning and laundry. She would complain, as usual, but she did the job well and got it done on time.
That's my girl.
With this, Aiden started having much more time for himself, and he used it to make our meals at camp much more special. I could tell that the opportunity he was offered made him more inspired and determined to try out new things. All in all, it was amazing to see everyone work towards a common goal, all while enjoying our time together. The days flew by, and we saw the fruits of our labor take shape as we came closer and closer to completion. Even with all the work, we still managed to sneak in another party for the holiday. And of all people, Yuri even suggested that we drink together. We all laughed and talked as we reminisced about old times. We all felt like we were back at our very first term at Camp Buddy, and I wouldn't have changed it for anything. The snow started to thaw, and with spring just around the corner, we could clearly see how much progress we made.
I love the transition. We love
Can't wait for
it.
the scouts to see how much this place is
We
grown.
love the cross dissolve. Okay. Very fun. Very fun. Very fun. Good job, guys. That was fun. That was a fun trend.
Good job.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm glad.
This project has just been a reminder of how far we've come as a team and how much I owe each and every one of you.
Claremont.
I'd like to give special thanks to Mr. Claremont, as without him, we'd never have had this opportunity to grow. Thank you again, sir, for everything you've done and for being here to celebrate with us today. It was my pleasure, Mr. Nomoru. Lastly, I want to dedicate this success to the Scouts. They may not be here right now, but their spirit is what allowed this place to endure. They are what makes this place worth fighting for. Now let's all celebrate the completion of our goals. To Camp Buddy in the future.
Guys,
Of course, the celebration wouldn't be complete without a reward for everyone's hard work. We've got a reception party. We're gonna have a party.
Thanks.
How'd everyone like the food? They loved it.
well,
Wish I could see their reactions. Well, you could have if you at least worn pants. Nope, snow finally melted and I actually missed going commando in my kitchen. You should know by now that that's my special secret to good cooking. I know, but we don't want people choking on their food on the last day, alright? I'm sure everyone liked to have my cakes for dessert.
well, Aiden.
Oh, okay. This man is just trying to do his job, but I get, sure, one last time for good sake, I don't know. The way that I would be mortified and just crawling under a hole and die.
Oh no.
Okay, Yuri. Okay, Yuri, I'm not gonna miss you very much. See, I'm telling you, we cook in this kitchen. This is such a health code violation.
No.
Well, if you know what I mean.
Aiden.
What is happening in this game?
What's going on? Oh,
I love Amelia. I love her so much. She is my queen. I thought my meal was vegetarian. Oh god.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh my god.
do it.
Sure.
No.
So what?
Okay.
Aiden. I guess.
Let's go.
No.
Aw.
Come on.
Okay.
Thanks.
We all just saw exactly what love entails.
You see?
All of you behave.
Of course.
Please. Yoshinori?
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Uh-oh.
What? What?
Did I say something? Tell the poor fool, he's close to tears. Tell me what?
Whoa.
Me and the others have been talking. We all decided that we want to stay here at Camp Buddy, if that's alright. What? Really? Yeah, we'd love to hear so much we don't leave anymore. What are Lloyd and Darius gonna do? They're architects. Like, Lloyd's an architect and Darius is like just a construction foreman, so but what is Lloyd gonna do with his life? He's like, I've decided to have a career change and I just want to talk about astrology all day.
Actually.
Well, wait.
what?
You don't want them to stay? Isn't that what you've been tearing up about for the past 2 minutes? No, I mean, we all thought about it over the last few months after we realized that staying was a possibility. We coordinated with Mr. Claremont and he agreed as well. Yuri, you were in on this? We thought it'd be nice to leave it as a surprise for you, Aiden and Dad. Why? Don't you guys all have great career opportunities ahead of you? I have a lot of extra income online, not to mention my crypto, so it doesn't really matter for me. Of course, Jen loves crypto. And seeing how everyone here was part of Camp Buddy in the past, I feel like I missed part of my youth. I want to experience being a scout and taking part in the activities, too. More importantly, someone needs to maintain the new tech and do some upgrades down the line. It'd be easier to have an in-house technician, right? It's win-win. I think Big Buddy is staying. Darren and I plan to apply as Scoutmaster, so you don't have to worry about us either. Okay, that is very unrealistic, because architects make good money when you can get hired as an architect. So, like, why would they want to be Scoutmasters? Wait, how much does an architect make? Hold on, Oh my god, wait, they actually don't make that much? Wait, no. Median salary in 2020 was $82,320. So no, they do make good money, but I'm seeing like some ads online where it's like entry level it's 36,000. Yuck.
Honestly,
We both really enjoy teaching Taiga and Yuichi with the project and want to share our knowledge with the rest of the scouts. Plus, Aiden's cooking is worth staying for. As for the financial part, we have a plan for it as well. While we're here, we'll be running a nice side hustle, a design consultancy firm. We call it DL... Oh, god damn it. Thanks, guys.
I agree.
We've been in the industry for years already as contractors. It's about time we started our own firm. So they didn't run their own company. They were just contractors. With Lloyd and I working together, we thought it would be the perfect opportunity to make this decision. They laid out not only their own personal plans, but also... So they're not going to be here forever. They're just doing this while they get the firm off the ground. So that actually makes sense.
However,
Because then you don't have to worry about paying for housing.
Yeah.
We decided this on our own. We don't really want to enforce it if it's not. I have no objections. I would be honored to have all these talented and dedicated people as Scoutmasters.
Amazing.
Awesome.
So,
As for me, I'm going to stick with the helper role. You're not going to be a Scoutmaster too? I noticed during my time as both an inspector in these last few months that Aiden does all the maintenance work by himself, both during the on and off season. I want to help alleviate some of his workload so he can focus on what he's really passionate about, which is cooking. Plus, doing chores over the last few months has been strangely enjoyable. I never experienced them growing up and always was disgusted by dirty work. Also, she does not like working with people, so see, doing something where it doesn't involve her working with people actually, you know... I remember when I worked in food service, my favorite jobs weren't interacting with customers, but like going in the back and doing the disgusting, filthy dishes simply because it can be nice to like lose yourself in doing something that feels like a very menial task. But it's still super useful and super integral to keeping everything running ship shape. So like that actually seems like it's good for her.
great job.
All this, I can also focus on being a scout, a counselor for the scouts that need it. You don't know how happy this makes me. Here comes the waterworks. Can't help it, you guys. Let it all out, Yoshinori. I think it's the perfect time to take a victory selfie. Good idea. I think we could also add it to our website. I was planning to make the expansion project my next feature on there. I'll set up the camera. Everyone huddle up. I want to see a sequel where Yuri and Amelia date. Everyone say Camp Buddy. Camp Buddy.
Seasons have come and gone since we started this amazing project, and everything that happened was the opposite of what I thought it would be.
I'm so sorry.
It was quite the ride. We encountered problems that couldn't be predicted from when we were scouts, or even from before we returned to camp. Things didn't always work out the way we planned, and we were challenged way past our limits. And in these darkest moments, Aiden's best trait really shined. His perseverance. I am so grateful we had the chance
So
to
cute.
continue where our stories left off. And it helped me learn even more about him and his past. I know now where his happiness and pain comes from. And from this, we were able to make our new promise to each other. And I owe it all to Camp Buddy. That's why we're going to give it everything we've got and face the future with the brightest smile.
We got
Forever,
this.
It's our buddy oath.
Hell yeah! We did it! Oh my god, outro. Why does it sound like Elton John music? Okay. Wow, okay. Alright, so I think I've already said this, but I enjoyed this game much more than the original Camp Buddy. And part of that is because we're actually like dealing with like adults here and not like children or teenagers. I also love the fact that I also love Amelia's character. I think that Amelia gives them something that they actually really needed, which was a little bit of more interpersonal conflict in the story, as well as like Yuri needs a girlfriend, and I am here for it. I wish we could have seen more of Lloyd and Darius. And learn more about their backstory. So I'm kind of wondering if like the next Camp Buddy game, if they're gonna have it, is gonna be focused on like all the other side romances. That would be something that I would be deeply interested in seeing. I loved... So this game was very, very long, and at times the pacing kind of felt strange. I don't necessarily know if we needed like all the daily transitions and everything that they did. I think that those could have been used more sparingly, but cool. I also just loved getting all the context for the other characters and things like that, and seeing all the backstory and making them feel more fleshed out. And they were already pretty fleshed out characters in the original. I love the CGs. I love the special effects. This was just a very fantastic sequel. So highly recommend it. I do wish, and I think that this is something that I said with the first Camp Buddy, but I do wish that the developer would potentially consider adding sensors so I can do less work. Please. Love you. Please help me. The one thing that I would say detracted from like my enjoyment of the game the most is how buggy some of the mini games are. The one minigame, like, it works fine. It functions fine. Functions just as well as it did in the first game. But the picture matching game, for as fun as it is very, it breaks a lot. It breaks a lot. And it's just very finicky, and you have to be very careful with it. And sometimes I think it doesn't load all the differences that you can identify. So a lot of times you have to restart over and over and over and over and over again. Which, whatever. Like, learn to, like, save more often. Don't be a dumbass like me. I feel like that's obvious. But, yeah. So I'm excited to see and I also appreciate that the other scouts came back and we got to kind of get like an update on them. I kind of want to know like what relationship Keitaro is in his canon to the timeline of this game. I appreciate that they kind of wrote around it, but I'm wondering what they're going to do for future games, or if we're even going to have another game set at Camp Buddy. It kind of makes me, like, anxious because there's so many different directions that they could go in. They could, like, return to focusing on the scouts, or they could focus on Amelia and Yuri and Jin, because Jin has no one. Jin is not with anybody. I feel bad for this man. Lloyd and Darius. I would love to know more about Lloyd and Darius, so, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to check out the Goro route. I'm not going to do that for the channel if I do that at all. I do it in my own spare time just because these games can be so long. And I don't have time to do... Wait, what the ever-loving hell? What in the hell? What is this? I don't understand. I'm getting an epilogue? Oh my god. So nice to see this new part of our camp in full bloom. I feel like a proud mother seeing all my plants go so pretty. I'm not letting you take all the credit. They're my babies too. You both seem to be forgetting it's Aiden who taught you both gardening. You're just jealous because you've literally been a bum since the project was over, Dad. Trying to argue with you, but you're right. It's hard to believe that we've been doing absolutely nothing for the past few weeks, considering how full our hands were for over half a year. I don't think I'll ever get used to being this laid back. Come on, you two. Learn to relax. We deserve it after all. Only thing left to do is wait for the scouts. Summer is right on the corner, though, and the scouts will be coming back soon. I can't wait to see the look on their faces when they see how big the camp is now. We should give them a tour on the first day, don't you think? I think they really love that. When you do, it's not necessarily brand new scouts. So, yeah, okay.
Really?
And arts and crafts? It's way better than a flopped obstacle course reveal, if you ask me. I'm eager to meet the scouts. I'll definitely give them a proper introduction. But they better not get on my bad side. Is Amelia going to be our disciplinary committee? Like to take you up on that offer. I'm getting too old for this. Speaking of which, looks like some people really can't wait for summer.
Come on!
Straighten your back. Why is Jin dressed like that?
What?
Wait, what? That's Scout Grandmaster Lloyd to you. From now on, you'll do yoga 2 hours every morning to fix your posture. Are you being too harsh? Oh my god. What is happening?
I agree.
Okay.
Camping.
Fuck! No, what the?
Why is Yoichi yelling? Okay.
Come on!
Hold it.
They're getting the hang of it. I remember my first time leading the scouts, I was just clueless to say where. I usually let Yoshi handle most of that stuff. Speaking of Yoshi, when are he and Aiden going to be back? Give them a break, Amelia. Let them enjoy their special honeymoon.
What?
You're telling me I could have been out on vacation instead of digging up soil and waiting for weeks? You didn't ask. Don't act like you didn't enjoy being here with us, Amelia. You were always the first one up doing chores. It's because I thought that there was nothing else to do. I've been so scammed. Now you know what it feels like. Honestly, I'm glad those two spent some time together before we get busy again for the next term. A do-over vacation?
Serious.
Actually,
We need to go on a vacation. Pack your bags, Yuri. We're going to see that new JS movie. They're dating? They are dating? Are all my little gay dreams coming true right now? Amelia's fine with her obsessions. I think they're dating. I think I'm gonna get my lesbian dreams fulfilled.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Why do we have an
I've
epilogue?
been gone for a couple days, but I miss Camp Buddy already.
I've been recording for
Me
forever.
too. But I gotta say, going on a vacation with you was really fun too.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Aiden. I did promise you I'd take you on an actual date once everything's settled down.
I will never forgive this man for not taking him on a date
And
before.
today marks
I will
exactly
never
6 months
forgive
since we started
Yoshinori.
dating.
Oh, 6
You
months.
kept count?
Of course, it's really special to me.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Aw,
I'm fine.
That's really sweet, Yoshi. You're special to me too. But now that we've had our fun, it's
I
time
love
for
how
us to
Aiden
get
says
back
it
to
like
work.
mockingly. Like, you have feelings?
Yeah, the next term is only a few days away, and the scouts are finally going to see everything we worked hard on.
I can't wait to see the look on their faces when they do. And of course, when they try my new and improved menu.
Me too, Aiden.
Let's go in then. I'm sure everybody's waiting for us too.
Yeah, we're finally home.
Yay! I don't... Amelia and Yuri getting together, like, fills my heart with so much joy. But yeah, in my opinion, this is a better game than the first game. I think that they've also curbed, like, a lot of the dialogue issues. Like, I remember saying about the first game, they have this tendency to comment on everything all at once, and so you'll stay in this scene for, like, 10 minutes while everyone just has something to say, and that's not necessarily important to, like, the story and the progression of the game. And it, I don't know, it takes away from it. They've done that less this time around, despite having a bigger cast. I don't know why it's flashing like that. I'm confused, and I'm also scared. They've done that less, and I would like to see even less in the future. I wouldn't even mind if this group, like, made shorter games. I don't like commenting on the pace of games, because I feel like the length of games, because I feel like everybody wants something different out of a gaming experience. I'm just saying that, like, I can get tired if I spend 20 hours in a single game. And that I'm not sure that necessarily all, like, the time and all the events are needed. It's still an enjoyable experience. I still really love this one, and I hope that you guys did too. And if you did, please leave a like on this video, as it really does help the channel out. Also consider subscribing, and when you subscribe, be sure to hit the notifications bell so you get updates when I upload future episodes. Without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. Bye! I'd like to give a very special shout out and thanks to the following patrons: Deep Dive Dylan, D. Roberts, Brian White, Caleb Putnam, Robin Harper, Bob Conway, Cody Webb, and Maticus Sama. Thank you all so much.